Alright guys, this is for mainly my console players out there. I've been working behind the scenes trying to find out some information on certain games, and these games are early access games that are on PC that have reached a certain point in the development, and the question is that I have, are these things going to drop on console? So I'm not going to just like spitball shit and just make up, oh, this game could come and this game could come. I got to talk to one of the developers or someone in the team, get some real insight for you guys on what's going on. So the first game we're going to talk about is this game here. It's Survive the Nights. Okay, this is an open world survival zombie first person shooter game. Definitely has some really cool aspects to it, like building and defending with different traps and stuff like that. There is co-op, you can host servers, there's PvP. Good little game, okay? It did start off as pretty rough when it first dropped in early access. They definitely have made a lot of progress with this game, and I think we're getting close to them feeling good with this, where it's at, and then we can talk about this thing coming to console. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you my conversation that I had with one of the developers with Survive the Nights, give you an idea of, where they're at and what they're thinking with this game right here. Because I think a lot of you guys would like this on PlayStation or Xbox. Kind of like State of Decay, it's similar to it. I think, it could hold some people over until State of Decay 3 were to drop. So let me pull up the conversation here, give you guys the insight on this one, Survive the Nights. This is with JB over at Survive the Nights. Good, I gotta say, he's a good shit too, by the way. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I was originally just gonna give him some feedback and stuff. Let me see. Oh yeah, the fucking zombie noises. First off, you gotta fix those zombie noises. They're too loud and generic. They do listen to the community too, which is good. But yeah, fuck, those things were loud. So, all right, first thing here, he says make them louder. And I was like, no, hell no. He goes, our next few updates, 1.9 and 2.0, are at the very least going to focus on early game issues and polish. Retention and keeping players interested. We're just a tiny team. This is our first game with no experience in development beyond what we've learned in the last few years. We've spent a good deal of time building the base up at 1.8, and we're pretty happy. Now it's time to fix the issues. Pretty crazy to me that this is actually their first game, and they had no experience at all, which I might talk about a little bit more here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So we will approach console once PC builds are good. And then he gave me a free key that I gave away on the channel. So that's really cool, JB. But that's what they're thinking. So they're just trying to get the PC version done and like good to go. And then they're going to start working on the console, which is really cool for you guys. So if you're curious, if this thing may drop, there you go. That's basically where they're at. And right here, craftable storage is in the works. They did fix the zombie noises, so they are working hard on this game right here. And like I was saying, it's pretty, for people out there that say a small team can't make a good fucking game on like early access and shit, they certainly can. Like, this is a small team, and they said this is the first game they've ever made. They have no experience, so they came out with this game. It was rough for them. They've made a lot of work. It took a few years now for them to do it, and the game is in a really good, decent, stable state. And we may be getting closer to a console release, just like The Forest and just like Rust. There's a lot of games that start out and polish things out there in early access, and then come to it. And Green Hell. Green Hell's another one. That thing already dropped on console. So definitely big credit to guys over at Survive the Nights. They've made a really good game, and you guys may see this soon. Now, the next game I'm going to talk about is Subsistence. Let me pull this one up, and I'm going to give you some insight on what Cold Games said, and we'll go from there. So hold on one second. Just let me grab the info real quick. Actually, before I pull up the conversation with Cold Games, let me just tell you a little bit about Subsistence. This is an open world survival hunting game, I would say. Base building. And there's enemy AI. So, and if you don't know much about the game, I did several videos on this, which is on the channel under Survival Games playlist. You guys can check that out. Definitely a cool game. And this guy, Cold Games, the guy that's created this, has done a really good job. And they've made a lot of progress with this thing too. Here we're raiding one of the enemy AI bases. Where they're at with this game, they've actually it's pretty polished, I would say, at the moment. And they just did a huge update with there's like underground freaking caves and shit, and it looks like we're gonna be able to they're gonna be expanding the map, and we're gonna be able to climb maybe some of those mountains in the background that you can see right there. So definitely a cool game. Got to give them credit. So let me pull up the info on this thing real quick. Hold on. All right, here we go, guys. So this is from Cold Games. Hi there. Thanks for the support. Currently, my focus is on the PC version. However, I certainly would like to launch on the consoles. I've put a little work into porting this over to Xbox, just out of curiosity. But as it's only me working on the project, it's not something I can dedicate much time to at this point. Later on in development, I hope to take a deeper look into it. So there you guys go. All right, there you go, guys. He's already tried to port this thing to Xbox. Sorry, PlayStation guys out there, but that don't mean, because he wants it both on Xbox and PlayStation. He said on consoles. So I think this game is stable. It's in a great condition. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I know a lot of you guys would love to try this game out and play it. So hopefully, pretty soon here, he may start trying to work on getting this thing over to either Xbox or PlayStation. Also, keep in mind too, here we go again. Here's just one guy working on this game. So much credit to like the developers of Survive the Nights. They stuck to it, and to Cold Games for subsistence. You guys have made some great games, and you don't always need a big ass fucking team to make a good game. So that's it for now, guys. I am working, like I said, on trying to find out some other games if they're going to be coming to console. And as soon as I can get some more information to you guys, I'll do another video. But if you could drop a like on this thing, subscribe to the channel, that'd be freaking awesome. And I'll see you guys soon.